Welcome to Yeshiva Daf. She responds to We're holding in Sanhedrin Daf and Aleph. We're starting in Memud base, 3 lines from the bottom of Memud base. Omar Ula. Minayin lasro min hatoyro. Memud base, yeah. Minayin lasro min hatoyro. How do we know that you have to give asro? Asro is the warning. The Eidim are going to warn the person, say, if you do this, you'll get a punishment. How do you know that? Someone takes, he marries his sister. He sees her erva. What shaykh is the sefer servosa? That's not the part. It's not even avera. The avera is not the sea. There is the actual base. What is it? What are you pointing out? Real. After be here, tell me also. You want him to tell him the reason. He needs to understand. He needs to be shown what is going on over here. He's doing avera. They tell him you should know. If you do what you're doing, so you will be punished. If it's not an Indian for Karis, because that pasuk is in Karis, not by Karis, by Ervo, Karis, you don't need Asura. What's Asura? Asura tell you you're going to get killed. Karis comes from Hashem. Hashem knows very well if a person did it purposely or not. So it's not for Karis. So we are in Daf Malach on top of the first words. Today we're in Yan Lemalchus. That's Malchus. Right? It says that they were mazed, a person was mazed to kill something. The arma means he's planning, he's conniving to go and do it. You're giving a shot, he's still mazed. He's amazing. He's actively mazed. It's very small tano. They found him Mekoshish. They gave him all the warning and he still continued to be Mekoshish. They found him and he continued to be Mekoshish after they found him. Today Rabbi Tano al Dvar She'ino al Aliske Dibur. Dvar She'ino Loshan Dibur. So then the Pesuk going to tell you needs to be a warning. So what it's why you know the Pesukim? Because you have Malchus. That's the first one. We said it's not Chorus, it's Malchus. But maybe for me, so I don't have to warn him. It's such a bad thing. Someone does it, you don't warn him. Because someone who kills somebody else, that's what you have. That's called regarding killing. The kill. That's a sword, which is the rakal. Aval skilo de chamira. Skilo, which is stoning. That's why I need another pasuk of Saif, which is Mekoshish Eitzim B'Shabbos. No, so that's why I said skilo. Now why I need 2 psukim by skilo? What are the 2 psukim by skilo? Yeah, Moitzi was Mekoshish Eitzim. Tadvar She'inos Eshes Re'ayu. Right? That's the 2 niskolim. Naira Marasa. Why I need both? This we already mentioned in the previous Amud that we have different levels of Misas Bezdin, and according to Reb Shimon, what is the most severe one? What's the most chomerdik one? Sreifa, which means burning. So if I have a pasuk for Niskalim, but maybe the more chomer one you don't have to have Asra. That's why another pasuk for Niskalim to teach you about Nisrafi.
What is that? Because it's so chomer you don't need Asra?
Yeah, the more chomer it is, maybe you don't need Asra. That's the whole malach of the Gemara. The more chomer, I don't have to warn you. According to the I don't need a pasuk for Sreifa, but because some things I know about Kavachomer, I do read a pasuk. So write Niskolim, I don't have to write the other ones. So the same answer. You're right. Really, you could have just write Niskolim and I'll know everything else about Kavachomer. If Niskolim, which is very common, needs a straw, so Koshka, the other ones need a straw. But
you can say the opposite. You just said the harder the thing you don't need a straw.
Right. So if the skull, which is harder, needs a straw, so kolshkin, chenek, and herring needs a straw.
Those are less hard.
Yes.
Right, but the hardest one.
So the harder one needs a straw, so kolshkin the lower. I'm saying the lower one needs a straw, but the harder one not.
That's why I asked you. Maybe it's for carrot. Maybe the harder one you don't need a straw because it's so hard. So
right. But it says the skull does have a straw. We know a pasuk have a skull and a straw.
So it's because of the pasuk.
The pasuk says the skull. So maybe the Pasuk is talking about only about Niskolim, but Mekoishesh with Niskolim. But now the other ones, we have even another, about 3. In back of Gemara over there. Okay, Shir Gemara. So, maybe there's one by, but it has to be there in the front table. The front table. So the Gemara learns with Kavachayim. Kavachayim means if something more chomer needs Asra, Koshka, the ones in the Workal, it's more you write. I didn't have to write the whole thing, but the Torah, because of the Torah wrote it even though he didn't need to. So the Gemara says, I'm willing to die. He's accepting himself the death. Says the Gemara, Minola, you know that. Yuma Sames, he said, I'm Mace. Yeah, Mace. Right? If you have the Eidim Naramuroso, they testify Naramuroso that she did those, they don't die. Why? They could say, we didn't cut the killer. We get to be closer. The whole idea of the Eidim, that they came to kill the person, not to have Zaymimim, because they say, that was your intention. You wanted to kill the girl. So I never wanted to kill the girl. Oh, it happened to me, she's dead. Okay, listen, it's sad, but that was not my intention. My intention was just to make her also her husband. So the Gemara,
like a separation, so it's just
maybe. I'm saying, but here you go with intention. So the Gemara, well, what do you mean? They gave a straw. They said you're going to die. So the Gemara, there was no straw. How do you kill her? Says the Gemara, we're talking about what's a Isha Chaveir? Isha Chaveir is a woman who knows the halachas. And according to Beis Yehuda, Tanya Beis Yehuda Omer, Chaver ain't sorry chasro. You don't need a straw for a Chaver. Fishalon is the straw la'avchin bin shoygeg lamezid. Hasra is to tell you that you're not allowed to do it. Someone who knows the halachas doesn't need a straw.
But it's Xeris Acosta. What's the difference with doing out the whole thing? He has to agree that he knows to say, I know you're going to kill me for this, right? So why do you have to do it?
So basically, the holds that Xeris Acosta is like almost like a time of the call. Only has to know it. Says the Gemara, okay, so how do you kill her? Not going to be able to kill her. Why? What's the klal is, any edus you can make the edim zoymim, it's not edus. Here you can't kill them. Because they could say we didn't want to kill her. So the Gemara chinami kola. Because shein nerogim shechol v'lo Yisrael ba'al banu afin and neregis yenekrami. That's what I'm saying. Really, she was supposed to die. Why? Because she's a chaveir without a straw. But they can give an excuse that they didn't mean to kill her. They didn't mean to kill her, so then they're not going to get zayim. Not zayim, not going to kill her. Says the Gemara, 1 second, according to that, so how will be a case that a woman will die? Every time they'll say, we didn't intend to kill her, which is the territory of Israel. So what will be the case to kill her? Says the Gemara, she was mizanah twice. The first time she became also a Baila. Why are you testifying the second time? She's already also. Now you want to kill her. They could say, no, you know, you only be Oyster, not on her husband, but on the boil. So this was the same people. She was mizan of the same person. So she's already also on both. Why are you coming to testify? To kill her. So then you do kill her. Inami, she's in to be Korea. Or there's this with a family member that she's also anyway. Said the one, my shno naira maroso.
The second time is Bekroiva has to be. Otherwise, the first time you can't.
Yeah. The second time. We're talking about, yeah. My shno naira maroso do not get the nesu nami. So why are you talking about the maroso? Even the nesu will be the same thing. And it says in elafilu aydel yosatuti chulu mem loyso bailabona. Of course. By married, of course, will be the same thing. But Meraso, you would say, maybe they can't say we're coming to Oyster and her husband. I knew she's not with her husband. She's only engaged. They could say we still want to be Oyster and her husband. Yeah. What says he killed, the killing was done with a sword. The other one says another instrument called a ririn, a type of spear.
hatchet or
What?
hatchet or whatever.
Hatchet. Another type of instrument. Ein zenochen. That's a problem. That's not. They're testifying the Ikar Ritzicho, and they're contradicting each other. So that's not a good edus. One says he was wearing black, the other says wearing white. That's fine. Why? Because that's not the Ikar edus. The Ikar edus is the killing. What he was wearing when he was killing, nobody cares. So that's fine, even though they contradict each other.
Not what he was wearing. How did they kill him? They're looking at the guy.
They're not looking at his clothes. They're looking at his hands. They're not focused so much on the clothes. So they want has to be exact. Different instruments, different weapons. So different the killing instrument doesn't work. Clearly, different clothing doesn't work. You know what it means, black and white? Talking about not what he was wearing when he was killing, but what instrument he killed with. He used the clothing to choke the guy. Did he use a black clothing? He used a white clothing. Same thing exactly like the killing instrument. It's another right. What is he was wearing black shoes? What is he was wearing white shoes? White sandals. That's not good edus. Why not? Who cares about the clothing? He used his shoe to kill him. He kicked him. We saw that before. He checked the size of the stem of the fig. No, they were talking about now about Ritzicha. Talk about Shabbos. He cut off a fig on Shabbos that has the question: what fig did he take out? Here you have to be more aware. You have one a brayso. It says clearly spoke about Ritzicha. Says the Gemara, he used the stem of the fig to kill him. Used that as a knife. Is it thick or thin stems? Is it black? Is it white? Why you kill black and white? You didn't kill with a fruit. So if you were talking about the stem, you want to talk about the stem. Why are you talking about the fruit? This is where you write. Really, if they're not exact, it's fine. But Ben Azai, he's a big machmir. He looks at bedikois like chakiris. And there, when there's contradiction, he right away tells away, he takes him away, he's out. Says the Gemara. Okay, so that's the Gemara says, don't be your Ben Zakkai. It's the Gemara, Ban Ben Zakkai. Who's Ben Zakkai? Rabbi Yochanan Ben Zakkai. That's what we're talking about, the famous Rabbi Yochanan Ben Zakkai. Have a Sanhedrin? Was he in Sanhedrin? Meaning in killing? Tanya, it says in the right, so he was 120 years old. Beginning on this, Moshe Rabbeinu was 120, Hillel was 120, Rabbi Yochanan Ben Zakkai was 120. Different stages of the Tkuf. Okay. 40 years he was busy. Business. Then 40 years he learned. Last 40 years he taught. So when did he become a dayan? Last 40 years. He's teaching. 40 years before the Churban, the Sanhedrin left its place, went to the Chanus in order for them not to be done dinei nefashos. When Sanhedrin is not in its place, you don't do dinei nefashos. The beginning brings a wrong yusuf. He didn't do dinei krosos. Dinei krosos, it's like that. What was that? Shaykh dinei krosos to Sanhedrin. El shloidon dinei nefashos. Rabbi Yochanan Ben Zakkai lived after the Churban. How many years Rabbi Yochanan Ben Zakkai was a dayan? 40. Did he live after the Churban? Yes. How many years before the Churban the Sanhedrin did not do dinei nefashos? 40. So Rabbi Yochanan Ben Zakkai, when he was a dayan, was no more dinei nefashos. There's no more Sanhedrin doing dinei nefashos. So how can it be over here that he checked the Eidim with the stem of the fig? So what I want to say, it's not Rabbi Yochanan Ben Zakkai, it's different Ben Zakkai. That's what the Gemara says. Ela Ben Zakkai da'al. It's not the same Ben Zakkai, different Ben Zakkai. So what I start with the second Rabbi Yochanan Ben Zakkai, correlate Rabbi Ben Zakkai. What did they call him Ben Zakkai? Ben Zakkai is like a son of Zakkai. Yochanan ben Zakkai is Gadol Adai. You don't call him ben Zakkai. You call him Yochanan ben Zakkai. Says no, we have a problem. Farish Bryce says differently. Clearly, he says Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai is the one who checked the stem of the figs. He was learning. It was the middle 40 years of his life. He was learning Torah in front of his Rebbe. And he said something and was accepted by the Rebbe. They called it, made it in his name. And that's why when he was a Talmud, they called him Ben Zakkai, Talmud the Yeshiva Rabbi. When he was teaching, so very good. No, it's really the same person. So why call him Ben Zakkai? Because we're talking about before he became a Dayan, before he became a Rebbe, before he was still learning. So what is he doing in Beis Din? He wasn't doing in Beis Din, he was a Talmud, and he said something to the Rebbe, and the Rebbe accepted it. So when you speak about his previous name was Ben Zakkai. That's a Ben Zakkai. Depends if you're calling basically what he was then, or basically what he was right now, what he's called today. So that's what it says, that he was more machmir legabe dinim. Interesting thing to think about. What is it? I saw that the last time we learned it. Yeshiva ben Zakkai only started learning when he was age of 40. Shabbat Havada, he was learning already before. But the Iker Limud started at the age of 40. Then he mamish went into it. Okay, something more something more that even if one says I don't know, it's fine by B'dikas. If two say I don't know, it's also fine. That's what Mishnah says. Something more Maya filu shnayim and Chakiris, if they say I don't know, it's out. Eid is not a good Eid. But if you say I don't know, it's fine. Something more Maya filu shnayim. What do you mean? If one says I don't know, you say it's fine. If two say I don't know, it's also fine. What's a chiddush? If one says I don't know, so I don't need the other one to say I know. Pshito kiyoma echad in yodea disu kayemes kari betray nami disu kayemes. What's a chiddush with two more than one? You have to read it a little differently. When it says even two, it's not even two say no. Even two say yes. Meaning we're talking about a different case. We're talking about a case of 3 Eidim. 2 Eidim say we know, and one says I don't know. You say the Eidim is but. Akiva learns that 3 is like 2. So if you have 3 Eidim, you have all of them have to be Zayir. And one says I don't know, the whole Eidim is but. Rabbanan disagree. If you look at the Mishnah says Eidim Kemes, so we were changing the Girsa. But to change the Girsa completely, to say the opposite, it's hard to say. Hello, Barav, the exact opposite. You're in Chakiris. You have 380. 2 of them say it's fine, we know. One says, I don't know. They do some Kayemes. That's like Rabbi Kiva. Because you're saying if you have 3 Eidim, if 2 of them are good enough, I don't care about the third. Not like Rabbi Kiva that says they become one group. So they were learning Sanhedrin in the Bespanish of Rabbi. Rabbi met them. What are you learning in Sanhedrin? What's Kiddush? The Rabbi's yeshiva said, I'm reading about Sanhedrin. I said, forget about Be'er Rabbi. Stop. The Poshat regular Sanhedrin, we have some issues. What's bothering you? So, Chakiris echad ben yodea do some matelo. B'dikas omar echad en yodea v'lu shtayim en yodea v'tu kayemes. Right? B'dikas they can say I don't know. Michdi dividi doraisi ma'ishto chakiris ma'ishto b'dikois. We're going to learn all from Minatoyu. From Minatoyu we learn all these questions. Chakiris we said at the beginning of the parak. We learn the entire doraisa. And Nachoin is how you learn also b'dikas. It has to be the same thing. So why are you saying the chakiris you can say I don't know and b'dikas not? I'll explain to you. What is Chakiris? What year? What month? What day? What hour? What place? So if I don't know, I can't do Azama. Because Azama is you were with us at the same time. So that's why it's not a good Edus. That's the difference. By B'dikois, if I don't know, it's still a good testimony. But Chakiris, if I'm missing one of them, I don't have Eidush Techazimo. I asked him in the beginning, what did you say in your respect? She said, listen, forget, just Pashup Shas Sanhedrin, what do you want to ask? He says, no, this is Gavalt, this is great. Interesting lotion. He says, because you're such a toivayin and you're giving us a shvach, that's what we're saying is good. But if you would really want to question us, we don't really know Sanhedrin so well. You're giving us a nice compliment, thank you. But really, it's because you're complimenting us. That's what we're saying is good. Okay, a few more lines over here. Here's the Gemara. So if they made a mistake, one said it's the base of the Chodesh, the other one says it's the Gimel of the Chodesh. You say one knew which Chodesh, one did not know. It says the Gemara at Kamel. How many days in the Chodesh has to pass, and they could still use that excuse? Once you pass the majority of the Chodesh, you're supposed to know that when Rosh Chodesh was. I'll bring you right. One said it was the third of the month, one says the fifth of the month, they use bottle. Well, maybe one is not aware of two Rosh Chodesh when it was. There was 2 consecutive months that there was a Ibur, meaning that the Rosh Chodesh was postponed by a day. Like we had now in the month of Cheshvan and Kislev. Cheshvan and Kislev was each other 30 days. He doesn't realize that. It comes to Chodesh Tevis this month. And one says today is Chavov Tevis. And he says, no, we're talking Chavov Tevis. It's not Chavov Tevis. It's Chavches Tevis. You know why? He thought the last 2 months was Chodesh Chaser. So he thought Rosh Chodesh Tevis was 2 days earlier. It's not a mistake. Elamah, what do you say? People don't make mistakes in 2 months. But by the time you get to the next month, he knows when Rosh Chodesh is. He may make a mistake in this month, but the same mistake of last month you don't say. So you see that there's limitation how long a person does a mistake. It's like, it makes sense. How long is the limitation? The Chodesh. Once you pass the majority of the Chodesh, you know it's already when Rosh Chodesh was. You'll find out. Should there be Ruba? So no. People don't know the majority of the month which month it is. He knows the shofar because they used to blow the shofar when it was Rosh Chodesh. Or that's the thing. Rosh Chodesh, they announced Rosh Chodesh. They did a shofar. Maybe for us it's like Birkas HaChodesh, you did it in shul. 1 month he may get confused. He didn't hear it. He was in the bathroom when they did the shofar. But 2 consecutive months not to hear the shofar, that's already something that is very rare. That's why a person that says base gimel, we say he made a mistake 1 day. But base hey, to say he twice missed the shofar, that we don't say. But it could be it goes till the end of the month. Could be go until Chavtes Lamed, you still say he made a mistake until you get to the next Rosh Chodesh. So that's why there's no raya, go based on Rosh Chodesh, and that's what the Gemara stays with. And now, if you're going to the next half, what do you get to Rosh Chodesh? Where do we apply Rosh Chodesh? Kiddush Levana. Kiddush Levana goes to Rosh Chodesh. That's Beis Hashem will be next half. Ve'gish Makadav tomorrow night. Beis Hashem. Call to Roy say.